Should you hire a personal injury attorney? What is the personal injury litigation process? So, when we say litigation, we mean post lawsuit. That means we've negotiated with the insurance companies. We may have sent a demand and they either denied that demand or they gave us an offer that's too low. And so that made us file a lawsuit. And so when we talk about litigation, we're talking about the initial filing of the lawsuit as step number one. Step number two, typically there is discovery. Discovery is where the insurance company on the other side asks you a bunch of questions related to the incident, and we do the same. That is also when depositions take place with anyone who may have witnessed the incident. And then typically what I see is if you have a decent case after the witness depositions, usually the parties will elect to go to a mediation. What is a mediation? A mediation is when you sit in a room, typically with a retired judge or a retired lawyer, and you essentially go back and forth discussing the strengths and weaknesses of your case, in addition to exchanging offers with the insurance company. Now, if your case doesn't settle at a mediation or during informal negotiations, the next step is preparing for trial. That might mean taking expert witness depositions, filing motions, and then the last step, if you can't settle your case, is taking your case in front of a judge or a jury and letting them determine how much your case is worth. What are some points to keep in mind after hiring a lawyer? Well, understand that these settlements or these cases don't happen overnight, especially if you have a larger injury. If you have a larger injury, your case is going to take a little bit longer. Additionally, if the insurance company on the other side of the transaction is a terrible insurance company, they may take a long time to give you the value of what your case is worth. And that may take months of arguing back and forth. Additionally, try to keep in communication with your attorney, but understand that sometimes things are at a stalemate where the only thing that may need to happen is taking your case to trial. And the court may not have a trial date until the end of the year or the end of the next year. So just understand that when you're communicating with your attorney, typically we want your case to settle really fast too, because that's how we're able to make a living. So we would love every case to settle the next day, but that generally doesn't happen. There's usually a process that the insurance company wants to undergo before giving out a lot of value to you, especially on these larger cases. Why should you hire a personal injury lawyer? You should hire a personal injury lawyer because you're going to be at a disadvantage when the insurance company hires their personal injury lawyer. Number two, if you're not a personal injury lawyer, you don't know what you're doing. You've never done discovery. You've never negotiated one of these claims, so you probably don't know how much it's worth. There are some key and critical deadlines that you may not know if this is not something that you do on a daily basis, such as myself. What are the initial costs of hiring a personal injury attorney? The typical personal injury attorney in California will take your case on contingency basis. What does that mean? That means that the typical personal injury attorney will not charge you up front or on an hourly basis. That attorney or an attorney such as myself, we typically wait until your case is settled before we get paid. So we generally take all of the risk. We will pay for the cost. We will pay for the filing costs. We will pay for the expert witnesses, ideally in an attempt to recover a much larger amount at the end of your case. So if a personal injury attorney is charging you up front, just understand that you have many other options out there where you can hire a personal injury attorney that will wait until your settlement before asking for payment. Who can you talk to about your case? Well, you can call my office and we will give you a free case evaluation. Generally, when you're calling law firms, the first process is the intake process where we determine whether or not we think you have a good case. And how do we determine that? Well, we're going to evaluate the liability or the fault. Was the person or business that you were suing completely at fault in the case based upon our evaluation? And then number two, what are your damages? Were you really hurt? Did you not get hurt at all in the incident? Do you have a huge loss of earnings claim because you had to be out of work for a year or two, or this injury that you just underwent is going to force you to be out of work. Those are the things that we're going to want to evaluate before taking on your case. If you would like any more information on personal injury cases, please subscribe to this channel.